Hi everyone, welcome to this video on practicing Qigong and Tai Chi while you're sheltering at home. I've got my Qigong master assistant here, Chaz, and I want to take about 15 minutes to show you some very basic Qigong Tai Chi movements to promote relaxation and health. My name is Thomas Ferrari. I teach physiology and neuroscience to the first and second year medical students at OUWB School of Medicine. I also help co-direct the wellness curriculum part of that program as well, and I'm a longtime meditator and martial artist, and in particular have been practicing Tai Chi Chuan, Xing Chuan, and other what are called Chinese internal arts for many, many years. So I'm going to go ahead and start showing you some of these basic movements. I will be continuing to talk over them to kind of explain what we're doing and why, but you may want to replay this video afterwards, and you can always mute the sound to just follow along with the movements. All of them will be simple, and all of them will be basically bilaterally symmetrical or some kind of symmetry that it should be easy for you to mirror just by watching the video. So let's go ahead and get started. One nice thing about Qigong and Tai Chi is it's all done standing up, so we don't need a yoga mat, we don't need special clothes. As you can see, I'm not wearing special clothes. And it can be done in a very small space. So I'm in pretty much a 2 foot by 2 foot square space here, and that's plenty. So you stand feet shoulder width. You kind of stand upright with good posture. You can almost even imagine a string holding you at the top of your head, and then just relax. Just kind of let your body drop like you're a marionette being suspended by that one string. So the knees are bent a little bit, the hips are relaxed. This first movement is actually how a lot of Tai Chi forms begin, and it's called Begin Tai Chi, or it's called Metal. So you just have your hands by your sides, then raise them slowly up, out at your shoulder level. Bring them back by bending the elbows, and then let them drop back down to the starting position. So again, rising up and out, coming back, and then down. So the thing about Qigong and Tai Chi is you want to time this movement. And as you can see, it's very simple. That's intentional with the breath. So this is inhaling as your hands rise up. And then as the hands start coming back, exhale. And the breathing should be diaphragmatic. It should be from the lower belly. So your lower belly should expand on this part and then gently collapse back on the exhale. You shouldn't really be feeling the breath moving the chest or the shoulders. In fact, a big component of practicing Qigong and Tai Chi is trying to relax the shoulders. So bring the hands up and down without bringing the shoulders up and down like that. Keep the shoulders relaxed and the hands come up, back towards you, and then down. So correct body posture is an important part of this practice. Timing the movement with the breath, as we just talked about, is an important part of Qigong and Tai Chi practice. And then third, but last and not least, is you want to put your mind into this practice. In other words, feel your hands float up, feel them come back, pay attention to them going back down. You can focus on your entire hand or the palm or the fingertips, but the point is we kind of put our mind into the movement. And the reason for that is if you do that well, then you'll be in the present moment. You'll just be feeling and watching your hands float up, feeling and watching them come back, feeling and watching them go down. And if you're doing that, that means you can't be beating yourself up for past actions, and you can't be really anxious about the future. And I know we're living in times right now that cause a lot of anxiety and worry for folks about the future. But if you're in the now moment, you don't have to worry about any of that. So this is a mind-body practice, just like yoga or sitting meditation or others, where you're trying to stay in the present moment. Because almost always, in the present moment, you're safe, you're supported, you have what you need, and you can relax. So these practices are relaxation practices. So don't get confused and think, wow, this isn't going to do much for my cardiovascular system. This doesn't look aerobic. Correct. It's not aerobic exercise, nor is it strength conditioning exercise. Both of those are important types of exercise, and I do them too. But what most of us Westerners neglect is this, a specific kind of relaxation exercise. So that is begin Tai Chi. Okay, let's do another one. This one is called Touch Heaven and Earth. So you're going to start with your arms crossed, wrists at about the level of the heart. And then you're just going to reach up with your right hand and down with your left, which will be mirroring me basically, okay? And then bring the hands to the starting position here, and then just change. Lift up your left hand, drop your right. Okay. So I think you can see where the name Touch Heaven and Earth comes from. You kind of want to stretch, let that upper hand and upper fingers reach for the heavens, and the lower fingers reach for the earth. And again, stay relaxed. The knees should be bent, the shoulders should be relaxed, and again, the breathing should be a relaxed, deep belly breath. So on this movement, this is the inhale here as we expand and reach, and then your exhale happens here as we collapse back, contracting. Inhaling and reaching. Exhaling here as the hands come back to the heart. Changing. So you may wonder, what's this name Qigong mean, by the way? So broken down, it's Qigong. Qi means energy, vital force, life force, and Gong means skill. So Gong Fu, as we usually call it Kung Fu, is basically skill time. So Qigong means energy skill or life force skill. And that's what we're working on. All right, so let's touch heaven and earth. And of course, if you do choose to watch this video again, whether you listen to me again or you mute the sound, you can also, of course, pause at different places. And if you want to keep doing a practice for a longer or shorter period of time, you can do that. Okay, let's do one more where we just are standing here. So there's a bunch of Qigongs where there's really no movement at all in terms of the feet. We'll do this last one called Tiger Carries the Ball. So you put one hand over the other with the palms facing each other. The lower hand is at about the level of your belly button. The upper hand is about the level of your heart. Okay? And then you're going to turn to your left, if you're mirroring me completely. Change the hands like you're rotating them around a ball, hence the name Tiger Carries the Ball. And then the hand on top, the fingers should be pointing in the direction that you want to go. So now I'm moving to my left, so you're probably moving to your right. Change the hands. Again, top hand, the fingers are pointing in the direction you want to go. And you can see there's a nice vertical rotation of the spine on this Qigong, so very good for spinal health. Okay. And again, twist to the side as far as is comfortable. You want to feel a little bit of stretch, but of course you certainly don't want to feel any pain. And all of the same things apply. You want your breath to be coordinated with the movement. So in this case, depending on how fast you go, if you're going slow, you can basically exhale as you go across, inhale as you transition the hands, then exhale as you go across. If you're able to breathe slow enough, you can basically just do an inhale one direction, changing the hands, and then exhale going the other direction. So it's totally up to you. As you probably have gathered by now, we always want the breathing to be coordinated with the movements in a way that feels natural, that feels comfortable. So this is Tiger Carries the Ball. Okay, so as you can see, those Qigongs were just standing in place. And there's many, many different Qigongs, which we don't have time in this short video to go over. I want to do a couple now that involve a little bit of body shifting. So in this case, you can put one foot forward and one foot back. Your front leg, the knee can be kind of over the middle of your foot. Your back leg, the toes can be pointing off to about 45 degrees. The back knee can be bent a little bit. And we're basically just going to be shifting from forward to back. So when you're forward, about 70% of your weight's on the front leg. When you're back, about 70% on the back leg. So that's all it is, a very simple shifting forward and back. The feet should be about shoulder width, hip width apart. And then this one's called forward swimming. So when you're forward, put your hands out with the palms up. And then as you shift back, let the hands go back. The palms transition down. Take them behind you. Bring the fingers by the waist. And then shift forward again with the palms up. For those of you that are swimmers, this will feel a lot like the breaststroke. And it is a lot like the breaststroke, except you don't need a pool. So, if you're staying at home like I am, you may not have access to a pool. So my teacher called this and related Qigongs poor man swimming. So we don't need a pool. We're just going to swim through the air. All right? All right, how about the breathing on this one? So inhaling here as you go back, exhaling as you come forward. Inhale, expanding, filling up the body with the breath, and then slowly exhaling as you come forward. And don't forget, one of the primary important components is to just stay with the movement. I know these are simple movements. It's easy to let our mind get distracted and wander off. That's what the mind's good at. It's what it does. It's the basis of creativity. So it's not a bad thing, but we also know that it's good to have our mind focused. So we have to train that. And one way to do that is to say, okay, mind, stay focused on this movement. Feel your hands moving through time and space. Stay focused on what you're doing, whether it's moving the legs, moving the hands, feeling the breath move in and out. Doesn't matter what your anchor is. Doesn't matter what you focus on. It just matters that you practice sticking with that particular thing. Okay, so that's called forward swimming. There is a backward swimming, but we're not going to do that one today. Okay, you can change feet if you want for this next one, but it's similar in terms of a shifting forward and back. This one is rowing the boat. So we were just in the water swimming, now we're going to get in the boat. And we're just going to row the boat. So this one, when we come forward, rotate the shoulders forward and bring the hands or the fists down in front of you, and then shift back and let the hands go to the back, opening up the shoulders. So it's here forward, and then here to the back. Breathing on this one is inhaling here, because we're expanding, exhaling here. Inhaling and exhaling. You can see why I call Chaz here a Qigong master, because he's very focused on just laying still and breathing. So again, this is row the boat, inhaling and exhaling. Okay, so that's 5 different, very simple Qigongs that you can do. They are simple, but don't underestimate them. Simple's good. Breathing is simple, okay? Having a clear mind is simple, right? And the whole point of Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga, meditation is to help us clear our mind, stay focused in the present moment, relax into who we are and the now. I know that sounds kind of trite and cliched, but the more you can do that, the more you're freed of past recriminations or future anxieties. The now is a very beautiful place to live, okay? I do want to finish by showing you 2 other Qigongs for those of you that like to do things that are a little bit more rigorous. And I don't want to leave you with the impression that Qigong and Tai Chi can't be rigorous, because they can. But I really want your main goal to be relaxing and staying focused and present. And so really simple Qigongs are more than sufficient for that. But if If you want to do something a little bit more rigorous and a little bit more challenging, here's the final two. The first one is called Lotus. So for Lotus, we're going to have our feet together. We're going to basically cross the hands at the heart like we did earlier, but now you're going to reach up and then out. Now as you come down with the hands, come down with the body and bend the knees and then come back up. So this is a lotus blossom, right? So this is the lotus down in the muck of the pond or the lake, and then it comes up, rises up, blooms. Okay, and then down. Try to keep your upper body upright as you do this one. And this, on this Qigong, the inhale is as you're coming up. So we're inhaling here. And then the exhale is as the hands go down and your knees bend and you go down. Okay. Inhaling, stay focused on the hands or the fingertips or the breath. So that's Lotus. One more rigorous one that's fun and challenging. This one you can stand feet shoulder width or even maybe slightly wider. And this one's called teacups. So it's like you're holding teacups in the palms of your hand, right? And you don't want to spill. So in the ancient days, they actually practiced with little teacups filled with hot scalding tea. So you didn't want to spill it. So you hold it in your hands. And what's going to happen is you're going to rotate your hands and fingers pointing to the back as you bend forward. And then you come out and around, go up and over, and then back. You can see I would have spilled some tea. Right? So shoot back as you bend your body forward. Now as your hands come forward, bend your body back, looking up at the ceiling, and then back to the front. So again, this is called teacups. Depending on how far forward and backward you lean and how far up you shoot the hands, this can be a very challenging and rigorous Qigong. But it's very good for flexibility, mobility, as you can probably gather. Teacups. So, in closing, I want to say thank you. I hope you are safe, supported, sheltered, and finding useful things to do with your time. Thank you for staying at home and helping mitigate the spread of COVID-19. That is a huge thing. I know it may seem like you're not doing much and maybe you want to be able to do more to help people, but that alone is a huge thing. And if you think you might enjoy doing more Qigong or Tai Chi in the future, I do want to tell you that I teach it weekly, informally, and for free on campus. So when we get the chance to come back together as a community and we're back on campus, I offer that on a weekly basis. So the contact information I'm sure will be provided with this video. And of course you can reach me by looking me up. I'm part of the faculty again of the OUWB School of Medicine, and I've been really happy I've been able to spend some time with you this my afternoon or wherever you are in your day. Peace to you.